So you mentioned how the brain has low frequencies, and I was just wondering what will be the benefit of actually working with those frequencies in terms of your topic?
I'm sorry?
The frequencies of the brain that you mentioned at the beginning.
I think maybe you misinterpreted that. There's different frequencies for different movements. There's different action potentials activated by what your brain is desiring. So it's as Haley was saying, it's corresponding to what you're thinking with an actual movement. So like, say you have a prosthetic arm, and it's like the first thing you want to program is moving the arm up, then all you're thinking is move your arm up. And once you have that completed, then you're moving on to something else. It's going to be different for individuals, so that's why it has to be programmed for the individual.
Yep.
Does the prosthetic have any foreign body response to like the body rejected?
Well, the current forms are all external. So besides that surgery, it's not all that invasive. The ones that are being tested experimentally with Cheyenne's are being implanted on the brain. So there is going to be some component of biocompatibility that will have to be taken care of. But at this point, there's none in use.
Okay.
So in that experiment, how did they get the monkeys to perform like the certain actions that they wanted?
Okay, so the monkeys are, well, it was obvious in the first clip, the monkey was getting a marshmallow and that was his treat. So in the second clip, what you didn't see was there was like a drink reward for every time the monkey was able to grab the, I don't know, whatever the little knob with the robotic arm. And so they trained them through positive reinforcement, but it's the same way the bioelectric training works. There's an implant on the brain, and they have the robotic arm, and they have the incentive of a trait, and they just train the monkeys over time in the same way.
I can get the back.
I was gonna say, so does the brain adapt based on what movement it wants, and then, so let's say like, if I wanted to move up, would my brain keep trying to tell it to move up in different ways until eventually moved up? That's not hard.
Your brain's functioning the same way. The machine is trying to learn what your brain is telling you.
Okay.
So you said that right now the future work would be so that the machine itself could, communicate with the brain. But as of right now, does the arm know that if you're grabbing something hot that it's hot?
No, a really specific, that would have to be developed more as well, but specifically that process is important because, for example, stroke patients may lose mobility of an arm, so these implants would be able to help that person regain the function. So it would be a different type of application. Dan? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm assuming that the non-invasive, you can like kind of remove it whenever you want or like take it off. What about the non-invasive? Like you can't really is it kind of like permanent? Because like what if you're
invasive?
Or yeah, invasive. Sorry. Because like what if you're trying to sleep but you don't want to sleep with like a big old metal like arm? Like.
If you're referring to the invasive cortical implants, the implants there permanently. You can detach the things that are attached to it. So it's almost like you put a little USB port in your head and plug stuff in.
Now you said your brain can tell you like how much you want to move your arm up. How do you determine how much how much you move your arm up? They tell you to move your arm up, but how do you say like?
So I was talking about the motor units, how you can like if more are activated, you want like a stronger response, or if they're activated more frequently, you get a stronger response. So the machine's just reading that. Also, there isn't a lot of like, if you were looking at that guy who's like doing his arm up and down, there's not a whole ton of precision yet, but that's what we're working on.
How many degrees of freedom are they up to?
12, I believe, yeah. But the higher degrees of freedom you get, the less finite like control you have.
Which is where the implanted comes in, because you notice that was 7 degrees of freedom with like a rhesus monkey, and he had a lot of control over what he was doing.
No, because currently the prosthetic isn't communicating with the brain. There hasn't been any research with the actual implanted chips as to whether, or well, the future chips that where the arm would respond back to the brain. There could be some potential for a change to occur there, but not with the humans.
have there been any experience like trying to test if you can move your leg as well?
There are prosthetics for legs. It's not as common at this point because of the balance issue is such a big deal. So, you know, you don't need as much movement in your leg, so it's easier just to use a normal prosthetic. Yeah.
Are they ever gonna make it possible to like have feeling in the prosthetic arm?
That's the part of the future that we see in BMIs.